all my adult cartoon fans, my fellow fans. So here's what's going on. Uh, the Simpsons, which is a show that's been on television for at least 2 or 3 centuries. It has now just been renewed for seasons 35 and 36. As of this recording, they're in the 34th season. Wow. I don't think this show's ever going to stop. It's really not. According to Collider, The Simpsons renewed for 35 and 36. The Simpsons lives on. The iconic, record-breaking animated series, now in its 5th decade of airing on television, has been renewed for a 35th and 36th season by Fox. Fox has continued to renew the series in 2-season intervals since season 27 through 28. While the show has seen an inevitable ratings decline like all those experienced by veteran network shows, as the years go by, it continues to be a strong performer in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic, which is still treasured by key advertisers. And the show isn't displaying any signs of slowing down either. It's not just the longest-running comedy or longest-running animated show. It's the longest-running primetime scripted series in television history. The show claimed that title, previously held by Gunsmoke, with its 637th episode back in 2018, and now will further extend its record, which may prove difficult to beat. Yeah, they're right. That is going to be difficult to beat. The renewal, which takes the show through the 2024/2025 season, will allow Fox to retain the foundation of its Sunday animation block, a mainstay of the network for decades. Disney's 2019 purchase of 21st Century Fox included a deal which packaged in 20th Television, which is the company that produces The Simpsons, and with all of the focus of Disney Plus placed firmly on building the Disney Plus offerings and brand, the enormous Simpsons back catalog is one of the most valuable intellectual properties they have in their arsenal. Originally created by Matt Groening and launched as a weekly series of shorts in 1987 on The Tracy Ullman Show, The Simpsons was launched with a weekly series of its own right in 1989. It has since gone to win 35 Emmy Awards and had a feature film released in cinemas in 2007 with The Simpsons movie, which grossed more than $530 million worldwide. The voice cast: Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, Hank Azaria, or Azaria, however that's pronounced. Fox also announced renewal deals both for 2 seasons for 2 further animated shows owned by Disney to accompany The Simpsons in the Sunday night animation block. Family Guy is being picked up for seasons 22 and 23, which I talked about in another video, while Bob's Burgers has been extended through seasons 14 and 15. Wow, I didn't even know Bob's Burgers was... Well, then again, yeah, Bob's Burgers came out in, 2010, maybe 11? So yeah, they've done pretty well, too. So Family Guy is renewed for 22 and 23. The Simpsons is renewed for 35 and 36. Bob's Burgers is renewed for 14 and 15. And King of the Hill is set to have a revival. We don't know yet when that is to come, but I'm sure we'll get more detail on that pretty soon. And I'd like to believe that American Dad is being renewed as well. Or that, although American Dad was discontinued from Fox and they continued it on TBS. But that's fine. You can still watch it on Hulu if you're a fan of the show. The upcoming season 34 finale of The Simpsons will mark its 750th episode, and the renewal will see the show pass the 800 episode milestone. I mean, what show? 1987, starting on The Tracy Ullman Show, then 1989 having its own show, and over 700 episodes and 34 seasons later. I mean, this show, it was never canceled. They had a movie. I was hoping they would have another movie, but that may or may not happen at this point. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But, I mean, hey, the show is still fresh. They still keep it good. I respect the fact that they don't really cross too many, too many offensive lines. They try not to be as controversial and try to push the envelope as its fellow adult cartoon shows like Family Guy and South Park. But there is a certain subject matter that they choose not to talk about, which I think is why that's a major reason why they maintain their fan base. I mean, who knows how many people they would tick off if they started going into, I don't know, abortions, transgenders, 9/11, Holocaust, Jews, Nazis. I mean, leave that for the other shows to talk about. The Simpsons said, no, we're staying away from that. I think that's one thing that helps them, too. They've been more so consistent over the years compared to some of the other shows. Do I think that it's the best adult cartoon? That's a tough one. Between that, South Park, Family Guy, those are like my top three. It's hard to put them in order, but I mean, I'm glad that The Simpsons is still doing pretty well. And to those of you that are fans of the show, I mean, of course, you already know where to watch it. The newest episodes are on Hulu. Every single season and episode is available on Disney Plus. So that's a good job on The Simpsons. So Matt Groening, Al Jean, everybody who works at the Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, great job. Long time. Let's keep it going. When are they going to get canceled? At what point? What's going to be their last season? Are they going to renew for 37, 38? Are they going to do their best to try to make it to 40? I think that's going to definitely be a milestone in television history, especially for primetime scripted shows and for animated. So there you have it, folks. The Simpsons has been on television forever, and it's going to continue to be on television forever. Keep watching it.